Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? Happy post Super Bowl Monday. That was not a good game. That was not a good game. It was very boring. I mean, not if you're an Eagles fan, I wasn't rooting for either team, but that was just a boring game to me. Good morning, John. Sterling, thank you for putting in. Again, McDonald's, that was a big today, and it was a miss. Bullstrike, Cheetah, good afternoon. Where do you live, Bullstrike? Or just the general vicinity because it's afternoon there. Good morning, Sterling. It is morning where I am. It is 7:04 a.m. Good morning, Patrick. We know Sterling's on the East Coast. Patrick's in the upper Midwest. Long time people here. We Trump has told steel tariff are a high priority. We have more tariffs incoming, so we shall see. It's going to be a tariff week. So we'll see if they stick around or if it lasts for a day or not. What would Hassett wants to fight? Trump wants to fight inflation by increasing labor supply and lowering aggregate demand. Huh. Okay, we get the executive orders at 1 p.m. Good morning, Royal Palms. Good morning, Anissa. Good morning, Daniel. Greetings from Bay Area, California. Well, Build Back Broker, I'm glad you're in here. Thank you, everyone. Live in Hellhole, Belgium. I believe me, they are not exaggerating when they compare Belgium to a hellhole. Well, I'm sorry it's turned into a hellhole. Belgium, when I was there years ago, I used to live in Switzerland. So, it was I liked Belgium, but I'm sorry it's turned into a hellhole. 6 a.m. in California for Jacob. Hey, Richard. All right, just a little housekeeping. Tomorrow, there will definitely 100% not be a live stream. No live stream tomorrow. I am moving. I am moving to another town in Arizona. So there will be no live stream because the movers show up and I'm dismantling things today. Hopefully I can get things back for Wednesday, but if something happens, I'll tweet out if there's not going to be a live stream Wednesday, but I'm hoping there will be a quick one. So that's what's going on. So sorry for the interruption in the schedule, but there's no easy way to do the live stream and even pay attention to markets when I'm moving. And this morning, I'm not even going to be doing much this week, at least the beginning of it, because I'm dismantling my setup. So I'm just going to pay attention to the markets. But again, when you have other things going on, you don't force trading. You can manage longer term positions, but it's best to not split your focus. So moving on up, actually moving on down south of Scottsdale. So consumer inflation expectations today, that's really it, besides the bill auctions, but that's really it. That probably won't be market move. Now, remember on Friday, I said pay attention to those 10 a.m. numbers, the consumer sentiment numbers, because the inflation expectations exploded and then we had the reversal. We were well on the way to the first target. Then those numbers came out and slammed the market down. Market, though, bouncing back this morning. Tomorrow, we have the NFIB Business Optimism Index. We got some Fed speak. Remember, we have a Powell's testimony this week. So it's starting on Tuesday. We got Bowman and Williams speaking. So CPI numbers on Wednesday, and we got more Fed speak Wednesday. But the big thing are the CPI numbers on Wednesday, and Thursday we got the PPI numbers, and then Friday we got retail sales. So everything's backloaded this week, backloaded. Hey, Charles, good morning. So let's see what else. So pay attention. I mean, that's why I'm glad. I'm glad there's not much going on today and tomorrow. Not much going on. Gives me a little break from the markets too. So far, we got everything green, everything buy, everything post Super Bowl except for Tesla. Tesla's really breaking down below key levels. All our groups, everything's positive day. So it's Fly Eagles Fly Green Day. So buy it because the Super Eagles won. So far we have one cut now. Price it shifted from June to July, and then a pause. A pause for a year at this point after the one cut. So the market not pricing in a lot of cuts, and Still in fear mode. Schiller PE's back slightly below 38. But the markets overall, let's take a look at that in a second. Sterling already put in some of the earnings. The big one today was McDonald's. And the lower income customers not spending. Not spending, at least at McDonald's, running out of money. So, you think, Coco, according to Gold Chart, we are all going to die. The end of the world is near because gold's rallying. All right, so we had our down reversal day on Friday. Overall, let's take a look at the bigger picture. Start off the week. We still have the potential double top. This pullback did nothing to invalidate the potential massive double top, so that level is still the same. The low, just remember, 5,800. 5,800 on the close below that. Other than that, it's still in slightly bullish mode. Very choppy, but slightly bullish mode. The key levels I'm looking at today, well, we've already hit the first key level, is 60.88 still. The prior breakdown zone that we slammed through on Friday, now we've rallied back. The first target after last night's gap down was the close, of course, and then the next target, 60.88. If we continue through that, it's 61.06, and you can use these levels even for tomorrow because I won't be around. 61.28. Above 61.28, the level would be 61.57 approximately. But if we really plow through 61.28, I'm watching for new potential highs in the short term. So that's what I'm watching for now. Support is coming in right at 60.50. 60.50 is a, let me move this level up. 60.50 is a very key support level. Right around there. If we broke down below that, if there's selling pressure that comes in, because there's not much on the news, so it could all be related to Trump and executive orders and any more tariff announcements. If anything comes in there, and then your major support is right around the open, 66,015. So those are all your upper and lower levels, at least the ones I'm going to be watching. Okay, that's a very key level. You can see back here from January 25th, it was key resistance, tested with the spike low on the 25th and came support. Quick breakdown, but then if you do some candlestick math, this bar is just a spike below that level with the next bar reinforcing it. We gapped through it, came back through it, and then dipped below it a little times and found support there. So this is a very key level to watch on any breakdown this week. Very key level. What I would have is a target between 6,000 and 6,011. The NASDAQ. Now, this is getting into possibly invalidating the double bottom if we start taking out, if we get up to this 87.5 level this week, 22,209, the potential double bottom is off the table. It's turned into a horizontal channel then. But before then, I talked about my key level on Friday was watching this declining channel line where we spiked into and then the inflation expectations came out. So now that channel line today is roughly 21,870 to 21,900. So that's my key little area of resistance should we keep moving up. That's what we're looking at there. Hey, Rich. So today, on a continued rally into the open, I'd be focusing on Friday's opening. Friday's opening price, 21,817, 818, and then that 21,880 to 21,900. Through there, if it can take out Friday's high, not necessarily today, but sometime this week, the key level I'm still looking at is 22,050, and then above there, we have a harmonic cluster between 22,200 and 22,270. Oh, support levels. I got to go through support levels for this. This level's coming down just a bit. We actually have a significant level right here. We have a minor significant level, 21,590. So on any rollover, I'm looking at 21,590, and then this level's coming up a bit. Then 21,400 to 21,420 is the next major support level. If you lose that, it's not good for the NASDAQ. It's not good. The next target for me would be 21,200. But again, I am minorly bullish until it can prove it can break down. Dow, we still have a potential double top in place, has not confirmed or triggered. If this moves all the way back up to these recent swing high areas above 45,000, this potential double top is invalidated. So that's what I'll be looking for. Still, my target today would be the gap open 44,790. And then the major level to watch for this week for the Dow is about 45,100. The key support. You can see anytime we've dipped below this 44,100 recently, there's been little 3 dips below it. That's been where the buying pressure has been. So that's the key level of support. If that were to break, if we were to roll over the next couple of days without invalidating the double, remember the trigger for the double top is 43,965 on a daily closing basis below that. Russell, gap down, filled the gap, but still in consolidation. So based off this little price action, I'll show you why my kiss it goodbye level for the rollover play now is this gap down open from last night, which is also coincides with the close from February 3rd. So that's the very key level right now. But overall, look at this. We've gone a whole lot of nowhere. A whole lot of nowhere. I mean, we're even trading at levels back from the day after Christmas. So it's either still 2330. Sorry, I couldn't get that word out. 2330 is the breakout level. Until it breaks above there, that's key resistance, and the key support level is 2268. Other than that, it's just short-term caught in range. VIX, little elevation on Friday, but nothing much. Again, I'm watching for the VIX to drop, and then, as I said, it's looking to constantly structure things with long volatility plays. The DAX, we stalled out at the next harmonic. We hit that on Thursday, reversed on Friday, and retesting it today. The next key area is 22,100. If we go through 22,100, the potential double top is off the table. And the very key support level, is to about 21,850. The notes, we had a little minor double top. You see here, that was, I mean, it had to be traded on if you're doing it because it spiked and then reversed and came down to the first target. So this was a very tough thing to trade, but I'm just pointing it out because it was valid. If we head lower, we're against the rotation zone. So we're looking at about 109 is very, very strong support. Nothing's been done to invalidate the head and shoulders bottom though yet. So we had that little pullback play. I'm just going to leave that on. Again, very, very hard to trade based off Friday's inflation expectation. Little bounce in the yields, but again, against the rotation zone. The only thing that makes me sit up and take notice in the short term is if we get above about 4.55 again on a closing basis. Other than that, the short-term pressure is still choppy to slightly down. Dollar index. Dollar index, we had a potential double bottom that triggered on Friday. This was, you can see this close was above this high. And now we've pulled back to the key level and looking to rotate up. Now keep in mind this will move based off of Trump's announcement and executive orders relating to tariffs. So I would, if you're already in this and trying to learn how to trade these, this would be an area since it almost hit that first target that I just raised the stop anyways. Should it collapse back down. But overall, in the short term, the pattern, the magnet is still up. So the first target technically is 108.06. Then we're looking at 108.23 and then 108.41. Crude, we had a potential double bottom that stair-stepped down too much, so that is completely off the table now against very strong resistance. So I'm paying attention to how it pulls back, if it pulls back here. If we start closing back above 72 and can form a base there, then I'll start watching for a potential, at least short-term, little continued bounce. So that's where that sits. Overall, we don't have a strong pattern in crude, nothing strong in natural gas. Gold, Coming through to the next harmonic target, and remember, continuing targets higher, 2968, and then I would not ignore 3000. And then it's 3086. By the way, the potential double top is off the table. So again, that can still be used as key low in the short term, but from a more medium term standpoint, I'd be trailing below the rotation zone. So my stop would be below 2800 for anything on the medium term. So that's where it sits. Copper, which is just continuing to drive higher on Friday with inflation expectations breaking above a very strong resistance level and closing above it. Today, not even retesting that full level, coming in on the 50% harmonic from this whole retracement. From the whole retracement from the highs in May back to the lows in December. So again, we topped out and this just a little higher than this prior. So I'm looking to at least form some kind of topping pattern now between about 4.67 and 4.73 in the short term. But there's nothing yet. The yen we have a confirmed but not triggered double bottom. Now, if this rotates back down, because it is against the rotation zone still, then that double bottom's off the table. It would need to close still above 152.43 in the very near future to confirm for a bounce pattern. Other than that, the trend is still down. And we still, based off the 62.5 rule, we have that 80, we've hit the 80.75 harmonic and bounced slightly off it, but we still have the magnet price back to potentially 149.90. You do need copper for your data centers, but the copper was selling off. Longer term, there's going to be a lot of bullishness on copper. All right, what else do we have? Again, euro, not technically invalidated double bottom yet, but if this rotates back down, it will turn into a triple bottom. Then I'll start watching for the breakdown play below the 62.5. The spiders, nothing really to talk about right now. The key, we're looking to open around 604.12, 604.50, 607.40, and then roughly the prior high is 610.78. A break above there is 613.29. On any rollover play, you have very strong support at 601. Below that, if it does break down this week over the next couple of days, I'd be watching for the next key level about 597.50 and then 596. The Qs, no, this is not a double top. It's because it's not reversing this move. It's technically a little minor triple top. The key thing, we're looking to open at 527 area. The key magnet price for me would be Monday's open on any rally over the next couple of days, 530.14, and then you have the 87.5 back at 534.22. On any breakdown play, it would be a trade to Friday's close, 522.19, and then your major support level now is coming in right around 517.65. What else? The Bitcoin bounce, but we still have the massive weekly double top. In the short term, I'm not crazy about this, but you have a little horizontal congestion pattern. So for me, if bullish plays got to get above 898.900, and the breakdown plays got to get down below 95.900. Other than that, it's just caught in back and forth congestion, consolidation. Let's just peek at, we had McDonald's, which was the miss, but the good old gap up on a miss. I did not see their guidance, and I didn't see you put that in, Sterling, so I don't know if that's gapping up on any guidance. But the key level in the short term to watch for is this 302, right around 302.50. It has not been able to close above that major prior resistance, and that's also 62.5. So I'd be paying attention to that level if you're looking to do anything in McDonald's structured there. What else? We had Tesla breaking below key support, tried to rally up on Friday and couldn't even get to that key support level before rolling over and looking at lower. Remember, I said if this was breaking down overall, I'm watching for a return over the next few weeks to 270 area, to the 270 area. The prior major resistance becoming support to rising 200 and the 62.5. MU looks like it triggered a daily double bottom last Thursday, except the candle was red and it pulled back to the candle buys on Friday. Is it valid? Remember, personally, I want the way I've tested stuff out. By the way, that's done. This is what you're talking about. This little one. This little one. I need a green candle close for a double bottom. You did not have it. Okay, that's what officially triggers it for me. It's not just a close above that. I need a technical. I don't talk about it all the time, but for me, I need a green candle close. All right, and especially now that it's broken support, I would be patient with it. I would be very patient with this. It's still not invalidated and it's definitely confirmed. But for me, without that green candle, it is not triggered. Now, if it just rotates back up, gaps back up, and then closes green like today, above this high of 94.27, it would be triggered then. So that's where we sit there. All right. That's about it. I've got to jump again. Watch out, daily cycles are at the top. By the way, in terms of cycles, we're short circuiting on the daily cycles, but the weekly cycles are trying to roll over. We still got some downward pressure, but this could just be in a consolidation. I would not overall look to get into short mode without taking out at least the low from last night. Would not overall, and I'm not talking little pullback trades, I'm talking overall start really looking for some rollover plays. All right, with that, I shall talk to everyone hopefully Wednesday. Hopefully Wednesday. Again, no live stream tomorrow, so I hope everyone has a wonderful trading day today and tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be back on Wednesday. Until then, bye for now.